What can we do during quarantine? Ideas of quarantine recreation. The name of our project is Play in Charming Nature in Changhua.
As for our indoor quarantine recreation, we choose to make a fruit jelly. And we need to prepare jelly powder, fruits that you like, and some hot water. So first of all, we got the jelly powder which we bought in the PX Mart, and then pour the jelly powder into the jar, just like this. And then you add some hot water in the jar. And then you stir the powder until it dissolves in the water and mix perfectly in the water. So it's done. Now it's time to cut our fruit. And the box of fruit which we bought in a fruit shop of 便当街. And the reason that we cut the fruit into small pieces is because that we want to make it easier for it to mix in the jelly and also make it easier to eat. And we got different kind of fruit, like we got kiwi and wax apple, papaya, tomatoes, and grapes. And we choose different colors fruit to make it more colorful. And then there is an important thing is that we need to make different kind of fruit slices even. In that case, we can make a consistency of the texture. And then we also bought different textures fruit, like we got tender fruit like papaya, grapes, kiwi, and tomatoes. And also we got a little bit crunchy fruit like wax apple and apples. So we can make different kind of texture of our jelly. So here's the grapes, and we try to take out the seed. And then now it's time to put our fruit into the container that we prepared before. So this is our first cup, and we didn't dare to put too much fruit in it. So you can see that we just add a little bit fruit in this cup. And then for the next cup, we try to be brave and then add much more fruits in it. So we try to put different kinds of fruit in it so we can test all of its flavor, just like this. Put everything in it. And then as for our third cup, we try to make it like a rainbow, so we use different fruit for different layers to create like a different color layers, so it will like a rainbow. For the bottom of the layer, we choose to put wax apple and tomatoes, so it will be the red layer. And then we put the papaya in the middle, so it will become an orange layer. And then we got apple to add the crunchiness, so this is our yellow layer. And then we got kiwi for our green layer. So the last is our grapes, which represent our purple layer. So you can see that this cup is totally full of fruits. So the next step is to add our melted jelly powder into the container which we just add fruit in it. And here comes an important thing, is that we need to try to avoid the bubble in the container. So we need to shake the container a little bit in order to let the air out so it won't have the bubble in it, just like this. Do a little bit shaking. And then the other things that you need to consider is that you need to check every corner should fill with the melted jelly powder water, just like this. In that case, you can make a perfect jelly. And here is also another important thing is that you need to do this step as soon as possible or your melted jelly powder water may become solid. So you can see our third cup, we just directly pour it into our container. And then here comes our last step. We put our jelly into the fridge and cover it with the plastic wrap. Wait until it's solid. Our jelly done. Yay!
As for our outdoor activity, we are going to have a picnic. The most important thing we need for a picnic is food. You can prepare cookies, drinks, jellies, or whatever you want to eat. Then go find a charming and comfortable place and put the mat and carpet on the grass. This is the basement preparation. As you finish putting the carpet and mat on the grass, and then take out the food you just prepared. And you can see this is the yummy and beautiful jelly we made yesterday, and the color is very beautiful. And there are also some delicious sandwich, sweet dessert, tea, and yummy yogurt, and some cookies. Finally, we can start our picnic time. We are very hungry that day, so we decided to have the food first. So we really enjoy the food. You can see our satisfied faces. And also taking selfies and some cute videos is also necessary, right? We really want to remember these cute moments. And in this picnic, we have a lovely time. Sometimes we are too busy working on our assignments and forget to enjoy our life. So this picnic really gives us a lovely afternoon to relax and chill. Also, this is a very wonderful opportunity to find the beautiful places around us. Just like us, we discover many pretty places and charming corner in NCUE that we didn't even take a notice before. Hence, we really recommend you to have a picnic in your quarantine time.
In this cozy atmosphere, we decide to play drawing ghost cards. And let me explain the rules. This game requires 2 or more people to play. In a game of drawing ghost cards, whoever gets the ghost card last will lose. At the beginning, after 52 shuffled cards and a ghost card were mixed and shuffled, the cards were dealt to everyone according to the order, and all the cards had to be dealt. Players first play a pair of cards that can make up, like 2 cards of the same rank and different suits. When all players do not have the same cards in their hands and can form a pair, they can start drawing ghost cards. Players take turns to draw a card to the player on their right or left hand side. Combine the drawing cards with your original cards. Any cards that can form a pair should be thrown into the pile. As soon as possible, you can draw a pair of cards and then play, and the participant who holds the ghost card in the end will be considered a loser. Because playing cards are composed of 4 suits, all cards can be paired and discarded. But there is an exception. That card is the ghost card. At the beginning, one of the players already had a ghost card. He had to use all possible means to get other participants to draw the ghost card, but he should not let others see through his intentions. The process is very tense and exciting, but you can see in the video, we all not good at disguising our facial expression. So one draw the ghost card will laughing. Yes?
Now, it comes to the last part of our happy time. We are going to make a flower painting. To make a flower painting, we need some flowers, leaves, and anything you can get from plants. Also, you need a paper, glue, scissors, and double-sided tape. First, we went respectively to collect the materials we like. There's a huge biodiversity in our campus, including K-pop flower, maple leaves, and so on. Therefore, we have abundant and rich materials. Look, the materials we collected are very colorful. It's time for us to create our work. Before we started, we discussed together how we would like our painting to be like and tried drafted for many different creations. Finally, we got the decision for our work. We started to make our work. You can cut or trim the plants into the size and shape you need. This is our final work. What do you think does this flower painting look like? You can imagine it by yourself. Different people may have different appreciation and interpretation towards the work. We think it is very interesting to make a work with natural materials instead of using artificial paints. We can also make beautiful artworks by natural materials easily.